Hello everyone, welcome to Update India. I am Shin Kachru, and before starting this weekly initiative, I have a very good news for all of you that a guy from Visakhapatnam, his name is Khaki Santosh and he's a 25-year-old guy. Despite his financial hardship, he started to help the orphans and the visual impaired children's and persons around him. What he did that he distributed the food and groceries to the needy. He also began to donate the masks and sanitizers. In fact, most of his charities directed towards the orphanages and home for the person with visual impairment, and this news was covered in the Quint. I must really appreciate the work he has done because it's a human solidarity which can help us to defeat this raging pandemic, and we all will win victoriously the moment we start helping each other. Now the national news, with the very first national news is coming where the Indian Medical Association slam Yoga Guru Ramdev for untutored statement and are a threat to the literate society of the country as well as to the poor people falling prey to him. The association said Baba Ramdev should be protected under the Epidemic Disease Act. The second news is coming where the study at the Public Health England and the other institute in the United Kingdom said that the single dose of AstraZeneca vaccine in the UK was only 33% effective in protecting against the symptomatic COVID-19, that is B16172 variant, as compared to 59% efficacy from the dose 2 of the vaccine. The third news is coming where the Moderna refused to send the vaccine shot to Punjab as their policy because as per their policy they can deal only with the government of India, not with the state or the private parties. The fourth news is coming where NGO CRY, with the help of the RTI, found that at least 9,453 cases of missing children were reported in Delhi, where nearly 75% of the total missing children are the girls. The data complies the information from Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana and Rajasthan as well, and the highest numbers of the children missing belonged to 12 to 18 age group. The fifth news is coming where nearly 150 citizens, including the retired bureaucrats, diplomat, of police officers and judges, written to the president to call for a SIT, that is a special investigation team, to probe into the investigation in the post-poll violence in the West Bengal. The sixth news is coming where the Maharashtra Mangrove Cell has planned to acquire a drone and set up a CCTV camera network to keep an eye on the mangrove destruction by the debris and by the land mafias. The seventh news is coming where Colonel Punjab Singh Veer Chakra Awardee, a veteran of 1971 war, died because of the COVID-19 complications. The eighth news is coming where the National Human Rights Commission issued notice to the UP, Delhi, Haryana on a complaint that the farmers' protest violated COVID-19 norms. The ninth news is coming where the central government will set up a one-stop center across 10 missions, that is around almost 10 countries, to provide assistance to the Indian women who are the survivor of the gender violence. The 10th news is coming where Cyclone Yas had made landfall in the Balasore and carried a slew of destruction where 5 were killed, 4 in Odisha were killed and 1 in West Bengal was also killed. In Odisha, 128 villages were sea ingress and power transmission lines were damaged, thousands of trees were uprooted. The 11th news is coming where the WhatsApp approached the Delhi High Court to challenge the new IT rules on the pretext of the privacy and the hinge on the fundamental right of the citizens. Now the international news, where the very first international news is coming from US, where the US Center for Disease Control and Prevention Advisory Group has said that the teenagers and the young adults who are jabbed with the mRNA vaccine experience heart inflammation, which is a rare condition. The second news is coming from Iran, where the Iran parliament has said that international inspector may no longer access surveillance image of the Islamic Republic nuclear site, escalating tensions and diplomatic efforts in the Vienna to save Tehran's atomic accord with the world power. The Islamic Republic is already enriching and stockpiling the uranium at the level far beyond those allowed by its 2015 nuclear deal. Amid the pandemic, Saudi Arabia has announced only 60,000 people will be allowed for the pilgrims, while 45,000 will be from the other countries, 15,000 will be the domestic pilgrims. The Center Hajj Committee officials indicated that they expect only 5,000 pilgrims from the India. The fourth news is coming where the Afghan forces and Taliban clash in a provincial capital about 120 kilometers from the Kabul in the one of the city, and according to Defense Ministry of Afghan, around 50 Taliban have died. In fact, recently Taliban had warned the Afghan neighbors against allowing the US to operate military bases on their soil, as it will be a great and historic mistake and disgrace also. The fifth news is coming, where Moderna has announced that its COVID vaccine is 100% effective in preventing the symptomatic infections in 12 to 17 years of children having 2 doses. The Union Cabinet also approved a new Consulate General of India in the Adu city in the Maldives. Now the sports news, with the very first sports news is coming, where the Union Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju launched a high performance coach education program at the National Centre for Sports Coaching under the aegis of NSNIS Patiala on Thursday, and the course spread over 6 months will have 7 modules. The second news is coming, where the Forbes has unveiled its annual list of the 10 highest paid athletes of the year, where the UFC star corner Mac Georger has topped the Forbes list by earning $180 million. The third news is coming, where the Hockey India was honored with prestigious Anti-Glitch Award for its contribution and work towards growth and development of hockey in India. Asia Cup postponed second time because of COVID-19. The next news is coming, where the Mohali International Hockey Stadium was on Tuesday renamed Balbir Singh on the occasion of the first death anniversary. Leading Indian judo players have alleged favoritism by the Judo Federation of India in the selection of 2-member team for the next month's World Championship. The aggravated player also wrote to Sports Authority of India to intervene in the matter. The postponed IPL 2021 will tentatively happen on September 18 to 19 in the UAE. Achita Shioli smashed a 3 national record as he took silver medal in 73 kg category at the World Junior Weightlifting Championship. The Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma retained second and third position respectively in the bowling list of the latest ICC ODI player, while Jasprit Bumrah got fifth. Now, economy this week, with the very first news is coming from the Indian Staffing Federation. Indian Staffing Federation is a body for the temporary workers, and they said that the demand for the IT professional has almost doubled in the last 14 months, as most global enterprises are busy expeding digitization and automation for the business. The second news is coming, with the fuel prices rose towards rupees 100 in the Mumbai. According to a notification, the petrol price was increased by 23 paisa a litre, while diesel price was increased by 25 paisa a litre. The third news is coming, where the SBI research paper EcoWrap showed India's GDP to grow at 1.3% in the fourth financial quarter. The fourth news is coming, where the Flipkart hired 23,000 people to strengthen its supply chain infrastructure. The fifth news is coming, where a survey was conducted by a local circle, where they surveyed around 6,000 startup and MSMEs which were located in around 171 districts of the India. And as per their findings, there are 59% of the startup and MSME which will scale down operations or will shut around in the next 6 months. There are 37% of the MSME in startup who will scale down their business, while 14% will shut the business, and 22% said that they have some prediction that their business will see some kind of future growth. The sixth news is coming, where the CARE rating said that the non-performing asset of the scheduled commercial bank may get declined by the end March compared to the financial year 20. Seventh news is coming, where the parlays pegged India's financial year 22 GDP growth rate at 7.7% in a bear case scenario. Thank you so much for joining here with us today. Do follow Update India on YouTube as well as on Instagram. The link for the Instagram Update India is given in the description box. Thank you so much and stay safe.